Genius.
Running for Hampton City Council because we have some major issues I think we can work on, but we have to jump on those right now. One of the big things is public safety. So we're seeing a lot of increased violent crimes. We see these things happening throughout the community. And a big part of it is our youth. And I believe we can work through that through not purely law enforcement, but through crime prevention. So I think we should partner with law enforcement, our community leaders, to get things done in the community, because we can hire as many police officers as we like. I'm from a family of law enforcement officers, and we know you can hire 20, 25 more law enforcement officers, but you don't see any crime deterrence. That's not going to solve it. We must look at crime prevention, those techniques, and work with law enforcement to strengthen our public safety. Another thing is economic development. So in Hampton, we see a lot of businesses. Hampton is very attractive to businesses, but long term we see a lot of them leaving. So we must become more attractive to these businesses so they stay here and not go to places like Newport News or across the water. So we can do that by looking at where we invest, how we invest, and the demographic that we're serving so these businesses stay here. There's no reason to go to Peninsula Town Center and in 6 months a business is open and closed. And that's a travesty for Hampton. So tax revenue suffers and the community suffers when we see those issues. And lastly, I would like to say education. Education is a big deal to me. There's my daughter there. She's 9 years old. She goes to Armstrong Elementary. And in saying that, it's a great school. She's a straight A student. So she has access to great education because Armstrong is a national ribbon school, a blue ribbon school. But for the majority of our kids that are living under the poverty level, they don't have that access. So I want to work with the school board to strengthen our education from the elementary school up to high school. I think the academies are good, but if we can focus on our elementary school kids and also strengthen the partnerships with places like Thomas Nelson Community College, we can get kids into high-paying skilled trade jobs, as well as reevaluating our workforce for the future. And like I said, so I'm here to represent every single person, and more importantly, our veterans. I'm a veteran. I know we have a lot of issues when it comes from getting jobs and getting the resources we need. Even we see a lot of homeless veterans, and there's some things that we can do. I believe we can become more attractive to have the resources they need to succeed in Hampton. So hopefully I can get your vote on May 1st this year, May 1st. Make sure you vote for Harris for Hampton, and I have more information if you need it. If I need to take any questions, I will. If not, I'll have my seat, and I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all. Thank you. Operation Enduring Freedom, and I did Operation Iraqi Freedom.